New York Governor Andrew Cuomo is calling on the state legislature to ban the so-called gay and trans panic legal defenses by the end of its legislative session. A bill proposed by the governor would prohibit people accused of violent crimes from using homophobia and transphobia as a viable defense strategy in court. Cuomo says the bill is needed to close a loophole in state law.
It's legal in the state of New York in a criminal case, in a capital matter, an assault, a murder, to have as a defense, well, I just found out the person was gay or trans, and I was so emotionally disturbed that I was not responsible for my actions.
Seth Rosen joins us now. He is the Director of Development for the National LGBT Bar Association. Seth, thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you.
So we heard the governor talk about this, but I wonder if you could elaborate a little bit. First of all, explain what exactly this defense is and where it all started.
Sure. The lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender panic defense, commonly referred to as the gay trans panic defense, is a legal strategy that asks a jury to decide that a victim's sexual orientation or gender identity is to blame for their assault or even murder. It is not a standalone bar to criminal liability, but it is used to bolster other defenses. And the way it works is that a defendant tells their story and says that it was their victim's gender identity or sexual orientation that not only blames their violent and heinous actions, but actually excuses their actions. And they're asking for either not to serve any time, to have no sentence or a not guilty verdict, or in fact to have their sentence lowered quite a bit.
So has this strategy been successful in court?
It actually has, many times, actually dozens of times across the country. Probably people have heard it most through the 1998 assault and eventual killing of Matthew Shepard. In that case, his assailants said that they alleged that Matthew came on to them, and then that gave them the impetus to violently hurt him and leave him to die. In that case, the judge, though, rejected that defense. But in many others, defendants have received much lesser sentences.
Why is it that the panic defenses are specifically used against the LGBTQ community and not other minority groups?
We have so much stigma, transphobia, and homophobia against the LGBTQ plus community in the United States. And frankly, as long as these defenses exist, this group, of which I am a part, will never have legal equality. As long as we're blamed for our own assaults and our own murders, we'll never be fully equal under the law.
So as we mentioned, legislation is being introduced to ban this strategy in court. What would that legislation, what does it look like?
For example, in New York, we're very close to a ban. Just yesterday, the New York State Senate voted to affirm the ban in a piece of legislation that would ban the use in capital cases. It now goes to the Assembly. I'm hopeful that it will actually pass the Assembly, and Governor Cuomo has said he would definitely sign it into law. But it is legal in 46 states across the United States, the gay trans panic. So the only states where it's illegal is California, Illinois, Rhode Island, and Nevada. But right now, New York is hopefully on the cusp of the ban. At the same time, Connecticut is on the cusp. The bill has passed their legislator and will be transmitted to the governor for signature. And the same holds true for Hawaii. We're simply waiting for the governor to sign. So there is momentum across the United States, but frankly, so many people have no idea that this heinous defense even exists.
Yeah, it's something I think just a lot of people have not heard about. Seth Rosen, Seth, thank you so much for stopping by and talking to us about this.
Thank you.